Y'all, what the hell? I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now.
You're in distress.
No. Because
I can't wait to know what this is about.
No. It is. When I was on ABC This Week in September 2021, and when I told Governor Chris Christie, and I haven't been back on ABC This Week since, I said, too many of you Republicans are like Donald Trump. You have no morals, no values, no principles, no ethics. These people ranted and raved for 4 years about Hunter Biden. They raved about a pardon. Oh my God, Burisma. Why was he on the board? All this money. Yet we are watching with our own eyes Donald Trump violate the United States Constitution. The emoluments clause, that is not a Senate rule. Yeah. That is a literal constitutional measure where the racist founding fathers did not want a U.S. president who could be bribed to do things. This thug has taken bribery to an entire new level, Kelly. The coin for him, the coin from his joke of a wife, the deals that they are cutting, all this sort of stuff, they are raping and pillaging the United States. And this is the Republican response. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. What are you talking about? This is their response. I don't see nothing. What are y'all talking about? I don't see. It's crazy. That's why my whole deal is, from a Democratic side, I don't want to hear shit from any Republican in the future about nothing dealing with corruption if your ass is silent about this thug talking about accepting a $400 million plane from Qatar. And then, we're going to take it. But then with 2029, we're going to gift it to my library for personal use. The fuck out of here.
I think it's interesting. Like when you say those who have stayed silent, for me, silence also includes the people who circumvent the issue, who try to say something, but not too much. Like you see a lot of congressmen on these panels and CNN, not really MSNBC, but Fox, whatever. And they'll be like, well, it's not great, but it's not the worst, or we'll just see what happens, or whatever. I would venture to say, I think we need to do an audit on everybody's books and see and we got to follow some money. I'm going to say it. I think even the most ethical Republican right now is getting a cut of whatever Trump is going through or spending, or there is a promise of a cut that is not going to come their way. I think it's really the latter. I think they are, got a whole bunch of promissory notes or something equivalent. You know what I mean? Like some type of, unspoken contract. And they're waiting to cash it in, and it's never going to happen. Just like Fetch is never going to happen, this is never going to happen. And it's interesting to me how Donald Trump has a history of never paying people.
Yeah.
A history of breach after breach after breach of contract, after fraud, after audit, after bankruptcy. And because he looks like you think you can trust him. It just will never make sense to me that one of the most ethical Black women on the planet, flaws and all, we could have had for president. And y'all didn't want her because her name was Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Because
she looked more like me than she looked like you. Because you were afraid that somebody like me could be somebody like you. And if I were like you, I would be making your life hell. And you were afraid of that.
Yeah.
And I will never forgive this country for that level of racist bigotry and ignorance, because it fucked the whole thing up. You fucked the whole game up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't just going to impact me. This is impacting people who look like you and your grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
It's like, we always get the short end of the stick as Black people in this country, but now y'all color redacted people about to really find out, are finding out.
Yeah.
Right? All because you thought somebody who looked like you had your back, when that was never the case. And there was a history of it never being the case. Like, it will never make sense to me.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're saying all of that, because I think when it comes to their mindset, because they're so aggressively against us that they can't fathom that we would actually be for them and for all people, which is what Kamala Harris would have been, despite having opposition from racist people. She would have been a president to all people. And I don't think that they can wrap their minds around the fact that I hate her, so why doesn't she hate me back? But they see this person, this whatever he is, this celebrity, this influencer. If we're going to be honest, that's exactly what Trump is, because he's not a politician. He's not a good person. He's not smart. He's not a leader. And they see them, and he just really galvanized them to be the hateful people they are, unfortunately. I want to go back, though, to the thing about Republican leadership and them not standing up to Trump. I think they also have this like wait and see approach. Like, they're in denial. They're just like, well, let's wait and see. Like, maybe this will turn out good, specifically like with the gift, or maybe he won't do this. And it's like, this man has been everything that we've always thought he's going to be. I don't know what you're waiting to see. Like, he's done all the bad things that he said he was going to do. He's not going to change. What are we waiting and seeing for? And I just don't understand why there's this constant denial and fear, because at the end of the day, Trump kind of is a really big loser. So I don't really know why everybody's so afraid of him. But that's how I feel.
I think people are afraid to get hit. I think they are afraid to fight. I believe that they want to try to be as nice as possible about it. And I just don't think for a second you can be nice to a thug. I just don't think so. It just doesn't happen.
Have you seen A Bug's Life? I know I'm going to use an analogy. Have you seen the Pixar movie A Bug's Life?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know where I'm going?
Yes.
Listen, I have a very standard rule. I don't watch animated films. Okay,
a long time ago, you didn't see Bugs Life. Let me get to my point.
Okay,
so the
I'm gonna say this again. Okay, I got 9 nieces, 4 nephews. And the deal I made it clear with my wife is I am not going to watch no damn animated films. Now,
well, first of all, this is 20 years old, though.
I know, it's Pixar.
And I've been married 24 years, and my oldest niece is, 25, 26? So, yeah, I don't care. I don't watch animated films.
Okay, well, Kelly knows where I'm going with this.
I do.
Grasshoppers rule over the ants.
This is a word.
Roland, listen.
Good. Y'all two talk.
But listen, in the movie, the grasshoppers are ruling over all of the ants. And they're like, y'all better get all of my food by the time spring comes, or there's going to be hell to pay, right? But towards the end of the movie, Flick, who's the leader of the ants, he gets all of the ants to uprise because he realized there's more ants in them than the grasshoppers. And then they all beat the grasshoppers. So my whole point is there's more people that oppose Trump that are for him. If they would all just stand up and stop being afraid of him, we could get this fascism out the door already. That is my point. You should still watch the movie.
You should, because it's so political, and it like you missing on blessings. You missing on good sermons.
Kelly knows. She knows what's up.
You missing on a good word, because that Flick said there are a lot more of us than there are of you.
Yes.
There are a lot more of us than there are of you. And they got them grasshoppers out of there, and they flourished afterwards.
Y'all talking about animated film?
I'm just saying.
We are talking about the message of the animated film.
Is he leaving?
Not him playing basketball.
I'm showing y'all
the message here.
I'm showing y'all how much interest I have in animated film.
It's the message, Kelly. We're
here.
Here, thank you.
We here.
I told y'all. Listen, John Quayle back. So y'all want to talk about Pixar and and Coco and the Goonie
I ain't say nothing
Goo
about no Coco. We ain't say nothing about Coco.
Yeah, Coco's all about honoring your ancestors.
Y'all
You don't
do
even
that
have
one.
that conversation. You know what? Okay.
Listen, I ain't watching them damn animated films, okay?
That's crazy.
Crazy talk.
I've never heard that in my life.
I'm not watching them damn animated films. John Quell, you watch animated films?
Not really, guys. Not
Good,
really.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Have you
That's what I'm
ever?
saying.
Yes, I have before, but yeah, I really don't
Not your
watch
thing.
them.
But do you act like he has a disdain for them? Do you like actively dislike them, or it's just kind of like not your cup of tea? You just not gonna watch them?
Y'all keep talking. I ain't.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I'm nothing against it though. I do not have a strong disdain.
Okay,
So
that's
absolutely not.
Like
That's different.
what Roland's doing is weird, but this is his show. It's fine. It's fine.
I've been tired of watching them. I ain't watching them.
It's fine. You don't have to.
I'm not watching them.
I told you the point of the story, so that's the only point I'm trying to say. There's more of them than there are of him, and if people would stop being afraid and just rise up to the occasion, we could get past this.
Build yourself a bird, just like them ants. Get them out of here. That's all we're saying.
Y'all done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.